is out here to teach the commandments to our people, to have compassion on them, to show you the fear of the Lord, right? To tell you to keep the commandments, right? Get that.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them.
Right? It said, go to Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We out here to come to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to teach them the commandments, to teach them to come back to who they are, to teach you, brother, that you a king on this earth.
That's right.
That you a God on this earth. The white man calls you a nigga, right? The Most High God, he calls you a king on this earth, a God on this earth, man. You are greater than all these other nations, right? Why you think we taking over the NBA, right? Why you think we the best at the NFL? Because God made us special. He made us a special people.
That's right.
But we haven't been taught that, right? We've been taught that we just niggas in America, right? And don't let them distract you, man. Right? We've been taught that we've been niggas in America, that we just niggas that like chicken. We want to hit up the chicken spot. All they do is damn drink. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been taught. That's how they look at us. They look at us as criminals. Every last one of us. If I walk in that store with a hood on my head, they gonna say, oh, he a robber, right? I ain't never damn robbed a damn store in my life. I ain't never robbed nobody in my life. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they'll look at us, right? Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
So the Lord said that we are gods, right? And what?
And all of you, the children of the Most High.
And we are the children of the Most High God, right? He is the Most High God, but we are his children, and he made us gods on this earth. He made us to rule over this earth.
That's right.
That's our rightful place in society, right? But right now, it don't look like that because we're at the bottom, right? But it's the reason for that, and all of those reasons are in the scriptures, right? All we have to do is open up and read it. The first thing they did when they brought us over here, they said, hey, those niggas can't read and write, right? Because they didn't want us to read the Bible. Because if we read the Bible for ourselves, instead of them teaching it to us, then we would know who we are. Then we would know what we must do. Then we would have the power that we once had, the unity that we once had. But now they teach us that God loves everybody and to love the so-called white man Jesus, right? And telling us that, hey, forgive everybody and anybody who did anything to you. The scriptures don't say that. We out here to speak, thus saith the Lord. Right? Give me Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. We out here to speak, thus saith the Lord. Give me that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
So the Lord said, blessed is he that readeth. That's why we open up the Bible and read it for ourselves.
That's right.
We don't go in a damn Christian church no more and just listen to the pastor. We have to open. All right, pastor, you say this. All right, look, we're gonna open up the book. What was that written at? All right, now how did you line that up? How did you find that? No, we asking questions now. Right? And we making assumptions, right? So we coming back to the true knowledge, not true heritage. Give me that.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
So the Lord said, trust in me with all your heart, right? With all your heart. And what?
And lean not on your own understanding.
Right? So we can't lean on our own understanding. That's what they do in the Christian church. They lean on their own understanding. That's why they have no laws, no knowledge, right? That's why they are lost sheep just wandering around, right? They don't know which way to go. They don't even know who they are, right? Because guess what? They're not teaching them the truth in those churches. Because guess what? They're not teaching, what are they not doing? Give me that. Yeah, 3 and 5.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding.
So, and they leaning on their own understanding, but not what the Bible actually says. That's what we go off of. We don't deal with feelings, right? We can't deal with your feelings. We can't deal with mine. I can't deal with this brother's feelings. We got to see what is actually written in the Bible. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what color Christ is, brother? We're going to show you right now. Christ has an image. Christ, it's not even on. But Christ, yeah, check this out, bro. How you doing, bro? Pretty good, man. Hey, so this man right here, who is that guy? Right, that's supposed to be, right? That's the image they give us, right? But you won't find this image in the Bible, nowhere, right? You won't find that image in there, right? But his image is in there. Give me 1 John 2, and let me look at it. Give me that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ, right? The word revelation means to reveal. Give me verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now you're looking at Christ, right? This John the Revelator looking at Christ. He gave him a vision, right? And he said his head and his hairs were white like wool. So they were white in color, right? Like an older man, he has white hair or gray hair, right? White in color and woolly in texture. What nation of people have woolly hair on this earth? We do, right? We do. So that's strike one for this dude. That's strike one. He don't have woolly hair. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because his eyes were as a flame of fire because he drank wine. He drank wine in moderation. One of his first miracles was he turned wine into water, right? And when the so-called blacks, when the whites of our eyes turn red when we drink wine. So that's why his eyes were red. Read.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
So now we're looking at his feet. If you took your shoes off, the top of your feet would be brown, right? Am I correct? Your stomach probably brown, and your face is brown, right? Your arms are brown. Everything matches the top of your feet. That's what he's looking at right now, the top of his feet, read. And it said, what?
And his feet were like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Like a brownish type color? Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. So now we know his feet were brown, like a brownish type color, right? But that's not it. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if I take something that's already brown and I throw it in a furnace and I burn it, what color does it turn? Black. That's the true image of Christ. He was a very dark-skinned man. Why is it written in Revelation? Because he already knew this would be the revealing of Christ. Because we wouldn't know what he looked like in these last days. But now we in these last days and he wants us to wake up to who we truly are. So now the truth is bringing out on the earth. Now all the truth is bringing out on the earth. Now all the government's lies are being exposed. A lot of truth is bringing out now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are starting to wake up. Because the Lord said that we will wake up in these last days to who he truly is. Yeah, they don't want to hear. Like, the reason I told him not to distract you is because a lot of them, they try to distract our people from learning the truth. They'll come up and talk to you. Yeah, they'll come up and try to talk to you, you know what I'm saying, try to distract you and pull you away. Be like, they crazy guys on the corner. No, they don't want us out here telling the truth. That's what that is. Right? Get it.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 15. And these are they by the wayside,
right,
where the word is sown.
So we out here sowing the word, and we over here by the wayside, sowing the word. Read.
But when they have heard, Satan come immediately.
Satan come immediately. When that word is sown, when the words of God is coming out, when the truth is coming out, Satan come immediately. Then now all of a sudden the damn ambulance go by. All of a sudden you get a car wreck right here or something. All of a sudden somebody, your best friend hit you up.
How long y'all been right here?
Right here? We've been, this is our third week out here.
Talking about today?
Today.
Just about,
Yeah, since like 11. What you say that first?
I went in minutes, right?
For real?
I looked down here, seen the ambulance come right.
Oh, you saying it right here?
I work at Wendy's, right here.
Hey, and another, give me Proverbs 20 and 24. There's a few people, they had the wreck right here, right? A few people had to come through here, right? And they got a couple flyers. Let me show you why. Because the Lord has a mysterious way of the way he works. Even you pulling up at this gas station today. You could have pulled up another day, like tomorrow. You could have had enough gas to get home or anything like that, right? Give me that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
So man's goings are of the Lord. The reason you standing right here in front of us with black shoes on, right, is because of the Lord. The reason I'm standing right here with a microphone, this brother standing on my right and left, is because of the Lord, right? And the way we bringing out the scriptures to you is because of the Lord, right? So this is the Lord speaking through us to you through his scriptures. Read.
Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Verse 21, chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
So the word heart in the Bible is talking about your mind, right? Because we think with our minds, not our hearts. So when you see the word heart in the scripture, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about our mind, right? The king's mind, right? His heart is in the hand of the Lord. Read.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will.
So as the rivers of water, right? Even the water, he turns it whithersoever he will. Just like he turned it here. Just like the people who turned in here and we handed out flyers. The Lord wanted them to hear the word on that day. That's how the Lord had it. You know what I'm saying? He wanted you to hear that Christ was a so-called black man today.
That's right.
I don't know what you're going through in your life, right? You could have been looking up some knowledge, some history, right? But the Lord said, hey, since you've been putting in this work trying to find out, I'm gonna give you some more knowledge, right? I'm gonna bring you over here today by the messages of the Lord. I'm gonna give you some more knowledge.
That's right.
That's how the Lord operates.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? So give me,
You got any questions?
yeah, you got any questions? Any questions? You got any,
The reason why we use the
right, let's show them the reason.
why you don't know why Christ is a black man. You know what's your nationality?
Jeremiah 17:4.
Nah, I been really want to find out. Like
All
my
praise.
ancestors and stuff like that.
All praise.
Good deal.
Hey, let's show the brother real quick. Give me Jeremiah 17:4, and then give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Give me that first.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4.
And all this knowledge is in the Bible. We had this Bible for years. The Bible has been written for thousands of years, but this truth hasn't sprung out until these last days. Right? Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
Discontinue. It means to quit, to cut off. When the store discontinues, that means they about to shut down. Right? They selling all this stuff and they getting rid of it. And you won't even know about that store no more. Right? Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
He said we would discontinue from our heritage, right? That he gave us. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemy. Thine enemy
He calls us to serve our enemies. Read.
in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
And we kindled a fire in the Lord's anger because we broke the commandments. We disobeyed the commandments. So he put us on the bottom. He discontinued us from our heritage. When we came over here on slave ships, right? They said, guess what? Hey, you're a nigga, you're not gonna read no more. Your name is no longer Kunta Kinte, your name is Toby. Right? They took all our languages away. They took our nationality away. The foods that we ate, they took that away. The clothes that we had on, they took that away. And they put us in these rags. Because we didn't dress like this. With rags on and damn cloth hanging over your private area. We didn't dress like that. We had long garments on, king crowns on, gold teeth. We had all these damn things, right?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So he said, but it shall come to pass, meaning this is a future prophecy. This hasn't happened yet. The Bible was written thousands of years ago, and the Lord, all right, I'm gonna give you the context. You familiar with Moses freeing the children of Israel out of Egypt? So Moses said, I know you know the term, let my people go, right? Everybody know that. So he said, let my people go. He brought them out of Egypt, right? All praise to the Most High, bro. This king right here,
They
bro.
tell us some good stuff
All
right
praise
here,
to the
bro.
Most High God.
If you black and you want to know,
All praise to the Most High God. What was I at?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
This is why it happened to him.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken
The word hearken means to listen. If you will not listen,
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments,
is what?
his commandments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
What?
that all these curses,
He said that all these curses, right? A curse is a bad thing. He said all these curses would do what?
overcome, shall come up upon thee and overtake thee.
Right? The curses will come upon you. The curses are written in Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68. All the things that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans would go through, right, in the land of their captivity, here in America. That's written right here in the Bible, right? Give me that in verse 32.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
When we got off those boats, our sons and our daughters were given to another people in slavery. If you had a young daughter or a young son, they would sell them to Master Jenkins down the street for $1.50 and then put insurance on them. That's how they sold us, read.
And thine eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
Let me show you one more. I'm gonna show you the put a stamp on who we are. Right? Give me Exodus 22 and give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. This would put a stamp on who we are. The curses, it said in verse 48, it would be upon us for a sign. This is how we identify who we are, by these curses. Because everybody hasn't gone through this, what we're about to bring out right now. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So he said the Lord will bring thee into Egypt again. The first time we were in Egypt, we were in slavery under Pharaoh, right? But the Lord said he would bring you into Egypt again, right? They never went into slavery again as a whole into Egypt, right? So we got to see what the word Egypt actually means. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 20. Chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So the word Egypt means bondage. Another word for bondage is slavery. The Greek word for Egypt is slavery, right? Let's go back and plug it in and see what it's talking about.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What nation of people went into slavery on slave ships?
Yeah.
See that? See how simple it is to understand that? But it hasn't been taught to you. And everything that we bring out to you, go home and look it up. Go home and look it up. Challenge us.
Bro, they taught us that in 8th grade. That's in my history book.
Right. They taught us, we came here on slave ships, right?
I tell you what's in the Bible.
Let me ask you this. Who else did they teach you came over here on slave ships in your history book?
Got the little teacup party about that little stuff. Them people.
But they weren't in slavery though. You know what I'm saying? Who did they teach you came over here as slaves? Who else? Nobody, right? But us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Let me get that. Keep reading.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships.
By the way I spake unto thee.
So the Lord said, just like I said it was going to happen, it's going to happen just like that. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Talking about our homeland, we wouldn't see it no more again. We don't know where we're from. We think we're from Africa, right? But we're actually from Jerusalem. Africa has over 50 countries in it. Which one do we come from? We don't know. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
And said we will be sold into our enemies. When we got off those slave ships, we were sold to the white man, right? We were sold to our enemies. The Lord calls them our enemies. Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That word buy is an old English word for redeem. No man will redeem you, right? No man has came to redeem us yet. The Africans over there in Africa who are not our people, they haven't said, hey, those are our people. Y'all doing them wrong, let them go. Or we're going to start a war. The damn Japanese man who come over here and do Pearl Harbor, you don't see them flying over here trying to rescue us, talking about, hey, what y'all did to them wrong with slavery, and slavery was wrong. Give them reparations, right? Free the people. Give them better businesses and different things. Then stop picking on them and doing them wrong, right? Stop putting them on the bottom. Stop giving them bad school systems. Ain't nobody doing that, right? We got to save ourselves. That's why we out here on the corner, to teach our people the truth. Because once you find this truth, once you find the truth of the scriptures and who you are, then you'll get your power back. Then you'll walk like a lion on this earth.
That's right.
Is that it on it?
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
So the Lord brought a great evil upon us, right? Read.
For under the whole heaven,
right? Earth is under the whole heaven. So on the whole earth, what?
Have not